Hello there. I bet you're wondering what I'm doing today. Well, that's simple. I'm making a video, hopefully showing you what it's like to go exploring when you leave without a plan but to try and find new, untouched, virgin rocks. Oh, it's a wonderful day. Slowly scouring the bottom, looking for any anomaly that might hold something tasty. So, come with us now on a journey into the mind of a psycho, looking for their next victim. I suppose I should start the video now. Okay, fine.
So this is where it all starts out, just driving around, looking at a little screen. So, for today's video, I'd like to introduce my accomplices. Here on screen right now, you see is Mr. Casey, sexy beast. To the left of Mr. Casey is Mr. Boyce, also a sexy beast. A couple of sexy beasts inside a sexy beast, looking for sexy fishy beasts. What better way to spend a day? Okay, so here's the first anomaly we checked. This one looked good on the sounder. There was a nice step up. It seemed to have some fish life hanging around. When we got down, unfortunately, it wasn't quite what we anticipated. There was a good ledge, but it was very square. There was no real undercuts or caves, which you kind of want for the fish to hide in. It was also slightly facing the wrong way for the current on this particular day to be impacting upon it to turn it on. There were some good signs, however. There was some nice grassy emperors hanging around and a few wrasse species. So we marked it to keep track, and we're going to come back and have a good look at this another day when the current's going a different way. So, here's the second rock we were going down to check. On the sounder, it looked really good. It looked all shapely but once we got down, it just turned out to be more of a dome. It was isolated from the reef, which was good, but because of its domed shape, there was nothing to really get the current hitting it to kind of push up and stir up that activity. And there weren't any caves or ledges or anything for the predatory fish to hide on, and those are the fish that we were looking for. So we marked this one, and we gave it a little name, but it's not one that we're going to be going back to anytime soon. Still good to mark it though, because it saves us driving over it again in the future and going, ooh, another nice rock, and swimming down and discovering it's one we've seen before. Third time's the charm. However, on this day it wasn't the case, but this could turn out to be quite a promising rock. Now, on inspection on the sounder it looked alright, nothing special, but once we got down you could see that it was a set ledge running really nicely east to west with two distinct square steps. Now, the current wasn't working the right way on this day for this ledge. However, if we ever got an uphill current, there would be quite a bit of turbulence churning on the front of this ledge, causing the bait fish to hang out there, kind of looking for food, which then in turn caused the predators to hang out there. So we've marked this and put a bit of information down, so that next time we're there, if the current is going that way, we can quickly run down and check this rock, and I think we might get something good off it. Here we are on the fourth rock we were checking for the day. Now, this isn't one that we sounded out in the morning. This one we just purely hit by accident whilst cruising back from those rocks to go look at another area. It was a lot more isolated and surrounded by sand, which is always a good sign. So I went down to have a look. Now, on this look, on the drop, I could see a lot of really good signs, and I'll point them out to you. When I hit the top of this rock, you can see the ledges and a lot of yummy, delicious platinum snapper hanging around. Always a good sign. There's a small coral trout. Also a good sign. This means that the predators are hanging out in this area. See the bait up nice and high? Perfect. And now look what we see. A wonderful pearl perch. Now, for Queensland, this is a big pearl perch. So I got a little bit horny, and the fish could sense that and started swimming away. So I had to calm myself down and close the gap. Once I got to just within range, I took a shot and just pinned him. Now, because I only just pinned that fish, I had to go really gentle to the top, because I did not want it to tear off. I was very apprehensive at this point, wondering whether it wouldn't make it to the surface with me. So I was very excited when I found out it was still there. So, as I'm sure you just noticed, I cut out any surface footage, so you didn't get any clues. I'd hate to ruin the exploring for yourself, but here it is. Look at this fishy! Oh, it's such a nice fishy. Look at the size of that pearl bone. Now, this may seem strange to people, but in Queensland, big pearl perch are like real difficult to get, and they tend to hang out really deep, so an opportunity like this doesn't come around very often. As you can see, I only just pinned it through the tail. Just barely, but as they say, take out the motor, you can't go anywhere. So, oh yes. Now, I'll put down a clip where I'll go back down and I'll talk a bit more about why that rock had such good fish on this day. But first, let's just have one more look at that. Oh, look at that fishy. Good fishy. Might be little, but it's big to me. Okay, where were we? Now, to take you back down and tell you all the reasons why this rock works. First reason is the ledge was facing the correct way on this day to have the current affecting it how is most fortuitous for the spearfisherman. The second reason are these lovely flat approaches to this rock. It gives the fish a long distance to see what's coming, particularly the predators. Third reason is it's undercut, which means that it's generating shade. There's a place where the fish can sit in darkness and look out into the light. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried this, but you can see a lot further that way. And the thing in the bright area struggles to see into the dark area. Same as the way that the one-way mirrors work. But here is the cherry on top. This little pothole here, out of the current, with cracks, ledges, and places for this white bait to sit and hide. This is what predators froth over. It's just free, condensed, high protein-rich mouthfuls of yumminess. That's what you want to find. Any little imperfections in rocks like that just will draw good fish.
Well then, thank you for watching. Hopefully this has helped get you horny, for lack of a better word, to go out and kind of look for your own spots. You'll never get a better fish than you will off a rock that no one else has ever dove. Hitting the same places again and again is just fruitless and will only ever offer you diminishing returns. So get out there, get exploring, and have some fun. As you can see from this, it's a really good time. Parts of it can be very boring, lots of diving down and seeing nothing. But every so often, you hit that one rock and it's all worth it. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time for more psychotic adventures into the big blue wet thing.